Hell, something in my eye. I read something in my eye. What the hell? But should we live, right, y'all? We live. We live, y'all. And we got a lot to be talking about today, man. Y'all make sure that y'all get up in here, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap that like button. Sub to the channel if you ain't sub to the channel yet, man. Hold up, man. Let me give y'all my little. Y'all make sure y'all tap that like button, man. Sub to the channel, man. This your boy Tony Black, man, voice of the block. And right now, you already know you tuned in to Ghetto Gossip, man. We live right now. I don't know what's been going on with these last couple videos and lives I done. Man, y'all seen how them views looking? They try me on them views, y'all, and I know I'm talking my shit. Is it that I'm keeping it too real? Do they want me to be fake or what? One thing about it and two things for sure, I can't be fake. I gotta say what's gotta be said, bro. I gotta say what's gotta be said, how it's gotta be said. So with that being said, man, we're gonna talk about who we gonna talk about first, man. We're gonna be talking about that boy Govan, man. Y'all know Govan. Y'all tap that like button, man. Get the lights up, man. Govan. We never heard of Govan. I never heard of Govan. You probably heard of Govan if you from Memphis or if you in that Memphis business. You know what I'm saying? You probably heard of Govan before the Dolph situation. You know, I learned about Govan when them boys was in court, snitching, telling, saying Govan had his involvement in doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that. And a lot of people still think that, you know what I'm saying, Govan had a lot to do with Dolph. Because all he talk about is street business. You know, he seemed like he's cool with Gotti. You know, so people like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Is the middleman, the setup middleman free? You know? Things is catching up with this guy, you know. Uh but before we get to that, man, he hadn't got out of court. You know, he said he wanted to spend time with his kids and stuff like that, but it really don't seem like, you know what I'm saying, the nigga Govan really doing that. It seemed like he in street business, doing content, you know, but people really don't give a damn about what he got to say. He be knowing a whole lot of shit. Like he be having his nose in a lot of people business, which make me think that he know a lot more about what happened to Dolph than what he's saying what happened to Dolph, bro. I'm just gonna keep it 1,000 with you. Y'all tap that like button, man. Y'all let me know if y'all rocking with this live stream right now. Now, Mr. Govan, right? He didn't got locked up. You know, his past seems like it's catching up with him. See, karma is a bitch. See, what goes around, it comes around. It might not come around 10 times harder, but it can come around to wait, shit, you can fuck around and see jail time for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So Govan, you know, I guess he was dealing with this chick or whatever like that. He hadn't got out or whatever like that. See, people supposed to hate him, but the chicks love him. You know what I'm saying? That she wasn't a street chick. So hey, the chicks love him. So Govan was dealing with this old chick or whatever like that, you know. Something must have happened where she didn't want to give him none. Or she must have said no. He started tripping. On the phone, probably texting her, talking about, yeah, I'm post them pictures and them videos of me and you and the videos you sent me. Man, first of all, what kind of real nigga or nigga straight up do some shit like that, bro? No nigga don't do no shit like that, boy. Little itty bitty boys, you know what I'm saying, do shit like that. No grown man, bro, like shouldn't do that shit. No nigga shouldn't do no shit like that, bro. Like expose somebody else. Picture, nigga, expose yourself. If you want to expose somebody else, expose yourself first. That's how I feel. If I want to expose somebody else, I'm gonna expose myself first. You know, if you want to expose somebody else, man, expose yourself first. You know, that's how I go. If you want to tell on somebody else, bro, fuck it. Tell on yourself first. You know. Go Van, man. Go Van going around this bitch, man. Talking about, how he gonna shoot her shit up. But we're gonna pause right there. Cause when he say that he gonna shoot her shit up, and we already know that Dolph got shot up in the cookie shop. Something real deal fishy about that cookie shop still. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And something fishy about what he said he gonna do. And people said that he was the middleman inside of a blasting, even though he wasn't there. But he had a lot to do with it. People were saying on the streets, bro. People were saying that shit on the streets. I don't know if they rocking with the nigga Govan or if they lying on Govan, but I can't say if Govan had something to do with the shit with Dolph situation or not. You know, why it didn't get caught up in court. He had a good lawyer, but a good lawyer. Let me tell y'all something. One thing about it, and 1,000 times for sure, man, a good lawyer ain't gonna always help, bro. It's gonna run out, bro. At that point in time, it's gonna start being ching 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 ching, ching money, 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 money. Like Govan, he looking at some time for that shit, bro. That's like stalking, bro. You stalking a chick. You know what I'm saying? You waiting on her to come outside so you can follow her in your ride while she in her ride or the Uber. Seeing who she linking up with, where she going, what she doing. Instead of moving on, my nigga. Moving on. But you want to try to expose somebody. You want to try and expose somebody. You know, that's not good charges that you got. You know, before this, that Dolph situation wasn't good allegations or charges that you had. You remember what happened to you when you came with the black eye and shit like that. When you was in court, Govan. So imagine when you niggas going to do shit like this to women, you niggas get your ass beat. Cause them niggas in prison and in jail, they wish that they can be out. You know what I'm saying? Free loving on your woman. And for you to come to jail for doing some shit like that, that's your ass, bro. Yeah. So Govan, bro, you ain't learning no lesson, Govan. Y'all know, see, Govan a real street guy. You know, Govan been in the streets for a long time. See, Govan used to sell hash. He said it, bro, in the middle with Dolphin shit like that. He said he used to have the best sometimes. Sometimes Dolph used to have the best. Sometimes God of them used to have the best. That was back then. That was back then, man. That was back then, man. What y'all think about this Govan shit, man? You know what I'm saying? Govan, all support is gone. You threaten a woman. You threaten to take her life. What kind of nigga gonna do some shit like a coward ass nigga? You a bitch. Govan, Govan gonna be free. He gonna hear it, man. Govan is a bitch ass nigga, you know, for rocking out the way that he rocked out. You know, any nigga that do some shit like that is a bitch ass nigga for trying to rock out. Nigga, crash out on yourself, nigga. Come on, crash out on yourself. Cause we got 50 Cent. 50 Cent gonna crash out on Rick Ross. See, 50 Cent haven't crashed out on Rick Ross yet. He haven't crashed out on Rick Ross yet. Not recently. Not after what just happened with Rick Ross. You know, his other op, Drake, who he say, you know, can't even compete with him on no level, haven't even made a diss track about this situation yet. You know, you know, Rick Ross, Rick Ross supposed to be the boss. He's supposed to push it to the limit. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to stand on that shit, bro. On all 10. If he got all of these businesses and stuff going on, bro, you know what I'm saying? And you got beef with people like Jay-Z and all this shit, bro. And Drake and all, you don't like the big people, all the big people got beef with each other, and all the smaller class people, younger rappers who's not in that bracket, you know what I'm saying, they got beef with each other. So all you people that's at the top, man, you got beef with these people. Rick Ross got beef with these people, bro. And Rick Ross got his own airplane. Y'all see Rick Ross with his airplane, flexing his airplane. I don't know if it's for show. I don't know if it work and stop working. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it ain't got no insurance on it. I don't know if he didn't have no fuel in it. It probably need an oil change. Because when you own a plane, an expensive plane like that, a lot of shit come in play. You know, a lot of things come in play. Rick Ross don't know how to fly that airplane. You know what I'm saying? So y'all think it was only right for Rick Ross to fly? You know what I'm saying? Like he was a broke nigga just to go and hang out with some other niggas? He said he was going to make money, but why would you fly regular? Okay, we get it. You want to fly regular? Yeah. All right. All right. All right. Cool. I'm just hating, right? I'm just hating. But why was Rick Ross hiding his face? Like he didn't want to be seen. He was sneaking. Like I'm not supposed to be flying, you know, middle class. But big as you is, Rick Ross, a bitch gonna see you. You know, people, your fans, they gonna notice you. So they took video audio of you. I'm not gonna play the video audio because I'm tired of YouTube, you know, hitting my channel for using people content. So I'm gonna just get on here and talk about how I seen it, what I seen. Now, Rick Ross, he was on a plane or whatever like that, and he was in the airport, and he was, of course, ducking, dodging, hiding, trying to not be seen by fans and shit like that. Now you know damn well if you beefing with all these people, you know damn well that the airport and shit like that is packed and the airplanes be packed. No matter where you was going, Rick Ross, why you ain't take a ride? Why you ain't take the Maybach, the Bugatti, you know, the Ferrari, you know? He really didn't embarrass himself, but when his ops get on him, it's gonna be embarrassing, you know, because they gonna dig up shit and they gonna make it bigger than what it is. See, Rick Ross had to come and respond real quick after that situation before his ops have a chance to respond to what they seen. So he came and said that his airplane is getting Wi-Fi, some type of really expensive Wi-Fi, instead of probably maybe just telling the truth because that Wi-Fi shit could wait. hmm That Wi-Fi shit can wait. Um, so why didn't he just, you know, come out and just tell the truth about what's really going on? See, did he pay for it cash? Was he making payments on it? I mean, Rick Ross, what I'm trying to say is, man, you could have flew it, you could have got there a whole totally different way. But you want to come out and say that your plane is getting Wi-Fi put on it. That's the only excuse that you had. And I don't find excuses very light. I don't like excuses at all. You know, I take excuses, I ball them up like some paper. I ain't got no paper around me right now, but I ball it up like some paper and I just throw it out the window. But I don't have a window to me right now. So I just throw it on the ground. You know, you got to be a man of your word and tell us exactly if you want to talk about it, you know, and come out and say you got to tell why you want to you show us, Rick Ross, because you're supposed to be the boss, man. You're supposed to have multiple, you're supposed to have another plane. You know what I'm saying? You got niggas signed to the MMG label. You know what I'm saying? Okay, okay. Don't nobody want to hear what Rick Ross got to say. Don't nobody want to listen to Rick Ross music. That's what it is. You know, that's why Rick Ross have to go and get these restaurants, all of this stuff. But Rick Ross so stingy, he don't want to sign the community. See, that's one thing about it. A lot of these rappers, they don't be fucking with the community. Even though they say they be putting money into the community, but a lot of these rappers, if they fuck with the community, their community, they will put people from their community who they see working hard. They'll put their people in their community in position. You know, give them a feature. Me, I don't need nobody from the community to, you know, give me a feature or a shout out or nothing like that. But I'm just saying, the people that do need help, bro, like give them people some help. Them people that reach out for help, give them people some help. They got to pay for it. They got to pay for it. Yeah, they got to pay for it. I thought Rick Ross had a plane, man. I thought Rick Ross was flying, man, everywhere all the time. You know, Rick Ross. This probably ain't even the first time that Rick Ross flew middle class, low class, however you want to call it, class. This probably just the first time that this nigga got caught flying whatever class, first class, middle class, you want to call it. He probably did it plenty of times in the beginning of his career when he was Big Rouse, when he slimmed up and was, I guess, Slim Rouse. But if I had a plane and I had ops, and I know a nigga just came out and dropped a hot album, and I say I don't think he can compete with me. Ain't no way in hell. I would have been rather got caught riding down the street and something broke down in a hoopty than to be riding first class, man. First class. They could have caught me riding down the street on a three-wheeler bicycle because Ross, you won't last long on the two-wheel bicycle. But I'm just saying, they could have caught me riding down the street on a three-wheeler bicycle. Ross, your ops still gonna come after you. It ain't over with. You didn't see it too much, and they just probably so busy that they ain't had an opportunity. Probably, I know they seen it. They probably just haven't had an opportunity to respond. But Rick Ross, I wonder how did you get back? Was this on the way or from? You know, Rick Ross, don't make that mistake again, Rick Ross. See, a lot of people wouldn't see Rick Ross at the bottom. That's why they feel like, what I'm saying, Rick Ross should have been spending all of his funds and to fly first class, you know, because they want to see Rick Ross broke. They want to see him like Floyd Mayweather, put in a lot of work, own multiple businesses, probably real estate, maybe car lots. He got the car show going on. Rick Ross is making money. So Rick Ross should have flew a different way. He should have flew high class, you know. Uh, he got the car show out. So he's making that bread because you got people coming from all over the world, all over the universe, who just want to come there to see Rick Ross, who want to have their feet on Rick Ross land, who don't have vehicles, who just want to be around these nice vehicles and get ideas, real life ideas, not just looking at it on, you know, however they look at it on somebody else's phone or YouTube ideas. They want to actually be out there, see it, smell that Rick Ross, 100 acres land, you know. Rick Ross started his own thing, you know, the car land, the car lot. People bring their nice, beautiful cars to Rick Ross' house. People win prizes. The best car. It's a lot of cars out there. It's a lot of competition out there. But only the best cars can win, you know? And that prize come from who? Rick Ross. So Rick Ross don't just give back to his community. He give back to anybody, any community. All you gotta do is just show up. All you gotta do is put your money behind, your ride and pull up to Rick Ross. Rick Ross, yeah, they don't get to pull up for free. No, not even if you got a badass car. No, the only person that get to be there for free is Rick Ross, and Rick Ross don't even get to be there for free because he got to pay taxes on the land. So no, nobody getting to be there for free. Everybody got to pay to come. Everybody got to pay to come. And then y'all, we got to speak about this Metcalf situation, man. This Metcalf situation, this shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that Austin Metcalf, what I'm saying, got stabbed by Anthony. What's his name? Damn, Carmelo Anthony, got stabbed by Carmelo Anthony. So Austin Metcalf got stabbed by Carmelo Anthony. They was at a school track meet or whatever like that. They was chilling. And a lot of people, like I say, a lot of people was thinking that it was saying that it was a racist situation. It maybe was a racist situation and maybe it wasn't a racist situation. It's not really confirmed because we don't know what Metcalf said to Carmelo, when he approached him. We don't know if he said racist words to him. That's why Carmelo should have got up and said something, right? So, fam, listen to me. Y'all get the likes up, man. Y'all get the likes up, tap that like button. So we've been in here about 20 minutes. We're gonna make it a little short today. So what happened? Oh yeah, Matt Cat. So people saying that it could be racist and da 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 da. And I really don't think it was a racist situation. I think it was just egos. Two niggas played football, but it ended up being a racist situation. That it turned out to be a racist situation because the black guy killed the white guy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it ended up like a racist situation. It in the public, the people didn't make it no better because they kept saying that it was a racist situation. Do y'all think it was honestly a racist situation, bro? You know, because you got to think about it. I guess Carmelo Anthony people are Christians. I guess you know Austin Metcalf people are Christians. So I'm guessing them two guys were or Christians. You know, um, he tried to pray with the family after the situation. Do y'all think he was trying to be sneaky when he said, "Hey, y'all kid killed my kid, but I'm still willing to link up, get with y'all, hang out with y'all, and pray with y'all." You pray with your eyes closed. What if they was praying and Matt Cath dad didn't have his eyes closed? He was looking at him like this. Now they had a little meeting. Matt Cath's dad was told to leave. He left. No problem, no argument, because that's what he was told to do. That's what Carmelo Anthony was told to do. Leave. He didn't want to leave. So y'all, who y'all think was wrong really in this situation? Who y'all think really like racist, bro, in this situation, bro? You know what I'm saying? Who y'all think racist and who y'all think wrong in this situation? You know, do y'all think that Matt Cath was wrong for saying, "Hey, you need to move"? And Carmelo Anthony said, "Touch me again." He when he did this, he thought Carmelo Anthony thought about it, so he premeditated it instead of moving and say, "Okay, touch me again and see what happened." And Metcalf say, "Oh, you ain't got nothing in that bag. Like, stop playing." You know. And that's why Metcalf tried to grab the bag or grab the bag and slung it or try to whatever. If they seen Anthony jacked up, and that's when Anthony said, "Ah, crazy situation." And there's a lot of black people trying to act crazy about this situation. And y'all know, I told y'all that somebody was going to go to jail that day out there when it was outside of that courthouse. And somebody went to jail outside of that courthouse because he was a felon with a weapon and he was out there doing the most. If that white guy would have hit that black guy who just got arrested for having that weapon out there, he probably would have bounced him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he was gonna be trying to feel hype in front of all of them people out there. He would have made it even worse. That would have got Carmelo Anthony life, you know, because of the way that these black people are going out there acting like they ain't got no home training, like they ain't used to get their ass beat when they was in a house running around doing dumb shit, right? Carmelo Anthony was supposed to get life for this situation. He luckily got 35 years, maybe 19, so he can get out again. He can talk to his mom. You know what I'm saying? He can still eat. He can still breathe. But the other guy, Metcalf, bro, Austin Metcalf, he can't do none of that. He can't. And what I'm not understanding. I know that Jeff Metcalf is hurt. You know how he hurt because he had two twin boys. Two twin boys. One of them going by the black guy. So he got to look at his other twin boy who looked just exactly like the other the other boy. And it remind him it's gonna remind him every day, every every time, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna remind Jeff Metcalf every time he look at Hunter. It's gonna remind him of, you know, Austin is gonna remind him of Carmelo Anthony, a black guy doing that. You know, Carmelo Anthony made it bad too. Carmelo Anthony made it seem like Carmelo Anthony was racist in my eyes because he didn't say shit and everybody already think it was a racist situation. And then by you pulling out a knife and stabbing the guy, I mean, hey, maybe was it a racist situation, man? Did you not like white people? We know white people. We ain't saying white people good. We ain't saying white people was the best top honor. We gotta honor these people. No, some white people are good white people. Some white people really want to be black people. But you got some black people want to be white people too. But with this situation, they ain't taking no sides. But white people ain't saints. They ain't angels. White people, they smell like dog. And black people, we don't smell like dog. You know, and that's not no diss or none of that. Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up. Y'all jump in the comment section. That's no diss, no none of that. I'm just keeping it real. You know, but you got some of them that they cool, bro. They cool as fuck. Me, I just don't, what I'm saying, be hanging and rocking with them. You know what I'm saying? I just don't, what I'm saying? That's just not me. I wasn't raised up like that. Like when I was playing football and baseball, what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That I was around them. And then when I was in school and shit, but I never thought about, what I'm saying, bringing a weapon to a football game or school, unless I'm trying to show off. You know what I'm saying? I never thought about doing no shit like that, bro. You know, Carmelo Anthony ain't think about his decision before he reacted to a small situation. And Carmelo Anthony, he ain't no soft guy. Why he ain't no soft guy? Because he played football. So y'all can't sit here and say that push or that shove, what I'm saying, is the reason why, you know, um, Carmelo Anthony did what he did. I really feel sorry for both families, but I really feel more sorry for, the Metcalf family, bro, because he gotta look at, what I'm saying, Hunter every day and think about his son, bro. And think about that a black guy did it. And that can cause something, bro. That can really cause something. And I wonder why Carmelo Anthony, mom and dad, what I'm saying? I wonder why they turned down the prayer if they not racist, if they didn't, if they gave a damn, why didn't they say, okay, we don't trust it, we don't want to be around you. Can we do it over the phone? Because it's to make it seem right, even if they didn't want to do it, to make it seem right, to make it not seem, you know, so disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying, bro? I feel like it was disrespectful, bro. I feel like it went way too far. I feel like Metcalf dad, what I'm saying? I feel like he's going too far. I feel like he's starting to be racist. You know, I feel like he's starting to, what I'm saying? If he didn't already like niggas, because everybody an asshole, everybody got some asshole in them. Everybody got some asshole in them. So I feel like if he was being racist, bro, like it would have been showed, bro. It would have been showed. We would have been seeing it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I believe that his sons would have attacked first if it was a racist situation, man. Only because when he say touch me, you know what I'm saying, and you will see what happened. If the other brother was there and there was a racist situation, they would have jumped him. This your boy Tony Black, man, voice of the block. Hey, if I kept it real with y'all, man, y'all let me know in the comment section. Y'all replay this. Y'all make sure y'all share this thing with your friends, your family. Yeah, do all that good stuff to get your boy in the algorithm, man. Hey, I'm out. Peace.